The Museum of the Medieval. I don't know if we're going to have time to go into this one, but it's a really cool building. This is the inside courtyard. We elected to go into the medieval museum instead, and so far some interesting stuff. Here's some really tall pictures. The idea here was to keep your dress from dragging into the dirt. And here's some other shoes from the period. Look, we found a chastity belt. Front side, back side. Wonder how come the men didn't have these? I know the answer. What are those down there? No idea? No. Some measuring instruments. That might be a scale of some kind. That's pretty. And here, so I can get a handle on the scale here. These are some pretty good size statues. They're in the staircase. So I like this because it's got perspective and three-dimensionality to it. Actually, you can kind of look at it from any angle and it still gives you that perspective. So what these are tomb covers. And Mario, what did you say about it, Mario?
Well, I guess the word that reminds me of The Last Crusade, the Indiana Jones movie.
Ah. Wow.
He's searching in the sewers of Venice for one of these.
Why did they give this guy this face in repose? I hope he didn't look like that walking around.
It's supposed to be like he's sleeping.
Yeah, not so much. It looks better from directly above, but from below, not so much. Looks like he's trying to make a monster. This one looks like he's sleeping. Or woman.
Però oggi allora il venerdì non lo prendo.
Mario, is that supposed to be a unicorn, or is that supposed to be a fighting utensil on the horse's armor?
I don't know. Well, like I said, wow. There are unicorns in the Bible, so it's not out of the question.
Old Testament or New Testament?
It's probably just
Say again now.
like parts of the building were torn away or something when it was originally built out. I mean, this is what the exterior looks like. You can see it. I mean, that's what the building is made out of. The ceiling looks like it's original also.
So look, these were arches that have been filled in?
I'm not sure.
Well,
I mean, it looks like it's been built off over and over again. I mean, you see that in the foundation, which is deep underground, is actually where the original Roman road was.
yeah, we'll go back down there. I hadn't finished looking at all that, or learn how to make glass.
Oh, I don't know. I assume that it's just been a work in progress since ancient times. I don't think it was exactly a medieval invention. Maybe.
Oh, this is really interesting work here.
Yeah.
Glass is from 1386. So I would think, like before 1000, did they start with making glass?
I think it might have been Roman thing.
Too bad we didn't get over to Murano like we were supposed to, because I had tickets for that museum. I'm going to learn all about glass. Ooh, nice. These pieces are all, what? I was trying to read the signs. It looks like they're all from around 800. This is, what are these, ivory carvings? Here?
What's the word for ivory in Italian?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Wow, look at the inlays in this.
There's a sign on the wall that says they're ivory.
Oh, okay. Look at the inlays. I wonder, it probably took a whole family to make that for a couple generations. Even this one. Pretty amazing. What we just discovered is the Italian word for ivory. They cart. Oh, wow.
Super old. Looks like it might be some markings on the side. I don't know if you're gonna be able to make those out.
Uh,
Just like a pattern. Yeah, Warhammers here.
ooh, okay.
Personal favorite of mine.
What do you suppose these are? These balls? With the holes in them?
I don't know. I'm gonna make smoke out of it. Some Cathar bless you or something.
Well, this looks like a weapons.
Armory.
Yeah.
Well, at least we get to take pictures of this one.
True.
It's less expensive, but it's still very nice.
Is that the Warhammer?
Mm-hmm.
And you like this why?
All purpose.
All-purpose killing tool?
Mm-hmm. That's all you need.
It goes through chain link or chain.
It'll bust open chainmail. It'll go through actual armor, and you can give people concussions through their armor.
And
Yeah,
can
all that leverage. You can do that with a sword.
Is that what do you call those? The hold the arrows?
Quiver.
Quiver, right? Okay.
The Warhammer's like a perfect use of physics. Better than a spear. Better than a sword.
This is a blunderbuss, right?
I think blunderbuss are the short ones that bow out at the end.
Oh, okay. Well,
Famous.
this was very ornate. I don't know if this thing was even used. It was, but it's got a pretty large bore.
It's got sights on it.
It's got sights on it too. Yeah.
Which means it was probably at least a little accurate. They were advising you to aim.
Well, you always aim in the general direction, even with scatter shot.
Hopefully we'll see one that.
Okay. This was for keeping your powder in. That thing too. Oh yeah. Blunderbuss.
That one. The second big little one.
And a mini one.
Oh yeah, I guess they both. You can tell they're not. The barrels aren't precise like these ones. They're really thick. That's just the pipe. If you look at the end, they don't have like a caliper. They just have it's essentially like a potato launcher.
Yeah, well you would put like basically like BBs. The early precursor to the shotgun. No?
Sort of, yeah. Well, I mean, they're made famous by pirates, and that's how they used cannonball.
I saw a movie once where they had a duel between. It was the guy got to pick his. The guy who was being challenged to the duel get to pick his weapons, and so he chose balloons and blunderbusses. And so they went up in hot air balloons and tried to shoot each other out of the sky. I thought that was pretty novel. These are bows. Or powder carriers. I don't know why. Why would they be shaped like that?
Maybe they're made out of antlers. I don't know.
Oh, look at this little thing. This is a cane gun. It's like a walking stick that you could shoot somebody with. What do you suppose this is, Mer? What do you suppose that this is? This here.
The silver thing?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like one of these that goes on the side.
Oh, the mechanism.
Yeah. Or
Same
maybe it's
here.
something that,
Same here.
yeah. Or it might be something that calibrates it, or it might just be one of them.
Might just be a gun.
That might be the mechanism of the gun. You could see the trigger on this one down there.
Look how skinny this stock is. This had to hurt to shoot.
It's like a paddle. And then look how fat this one is.
Yeah. Well, that's a big gun. It's an awfully big gun.
Like I said at the other museum, the concept of ergonomic wasn't really a thing yet. This
True.
one doesn't have a stock. It's a spiky thing.
What? Excuse me?
We just looked at this one where it's really skinny.
Yeah.
It's a fad. In between, there's not really a stock there. It's a flat edge and there's a little spike coming out.
Oh, that's gotta feel good.
I don't think. Well, look at where the trigger is. That doesn't go in your shoulder. They weren't that tiny back then.
Okay.
I think you just.
But still, I mean, there had to be a lot of back pressure.
I don't know, maybe a stock attaches to that. Or something. Maybe these aren't standing weapons. They're something else. There's some horse headgear over here.
Cool. This one's really long. Look at this one.
I'm surprised that's what stuck out to you, and not the friggin' sword gun.
Well, I haven't got there yet. That's amazingly long. That you would need somebody to stand in front of you and put it on their shoulder to shoot that thing, because there's no way you could hold that steady. And it's very, very detailed. Okay, sword gun.
Well, you got, it looks like a dagger, but it's actually a gun.
Okay.
And then this one is actually a sword and a gun. It's not just a red herring weapon.
What about this one? Is this a gun too? Yeah, it's got a trigger.
It's probably, I don't see a barrel on it though. Maybe there used to be a barrel. It kind of looks like a pistol, like these. So maybe they think you're about to pull out a gun and then you pull out a sword. I don't really know. Look, I brought a sword to a gunfight. You fool.
Ugh. Now that looks like it would hurt a lot.
This is too funny.
Oh yeah, so would this.
More warhammers.
Yeah, more warhammers too.
You never see flails, you only ever see maces. It stands. I always thought they'd be impractical, and I guess they were, because you never see them.
That looks awfully flimsy for even against a big sword or one of those.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it protects you from the sword, especially if they're not stabbing you, trying to get you with the side of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, like a big broadsword would go right through that.
Well, you'll get a lot of force knocked into you anyway, but I don't.
I would think some of that stuff we were seeing the other day with the tips that were quadrangle.
Yeah, that's because of armor like that.
So
It's like some blunt weapons, where they just mess up their organs.
yeah, so even if you're wearing one of those plates like that, and
Still a lot of shock.
you got hit with something like that, full swing with a golf swing or
It
whatever.
doesn't matter if your armor is broken, you're gonna get the wind knocked out of you.
Yeah, at the very least, if not a ruptured organ, internal.
Hit you in the face with one of those. You'll be on the ground.
This stuff is so cool. I'm glad we stopped here. Some crossbows, more helmets and armor.
What is this? Like an old model that somebody made?
I don't know. Hold on, let me get over there. Oh, this is some horsey armor.
Got the old spurs.
Yeah.